Imagine an AI that doesn't just know the internet, it knows you. Your emails, your photos, your search history, your preferences, your life. Google just made this a reality, and it's both incredible and absolutely terrifying. Welcome to Personal Intelligence, the feature that changes everything about how AI interacts with your digital existence. This isn't science fiction anymore. It's happening right now, and you need to know what it means for you. On January 14th, 2026, Google dropped a bombshell announcement that sent shockwaves through the tech world. They introduced Personal Intelligence, a revolutionary feature integrated into Gemini, their flagship AI assistant. This isn't just another incremental update. This is a fundamental shift in how artificial intelligence understands and serves individual users. Within days, on January 22nd, they expanded it to AI mode in Google Search, making it accessible to millions of Google AI Pro and Ultra subscribers across the United States. The rollout has been strategic, calculated, and incredibly ambitious. Google is betting big that users want an AI that truly knows them, and they're pulling out all the stops to make it happen. So what exactly is personal intelligence? Think of it as giving Gemini a backstage pass to your entire digital life. With a single tap, you can connect Gmail, Google Photos, YouTube, and Google Search directly to Gemini. Once connected, the AI doesn't just answer your questions based on general knowledge anymore. It dives deep into your personal data, analyzing emails, scanning through thousands of photos, reviewing your watch history, and understanding your search patterns to deliver responses that are uniquely tailored to you. It's like having a personal assistant who's been studying you for years, memorizing every detail of your life, and can now anticipate exactly what you need before you even finish asking. Let me give you a real-world example that Google themselves shared. One of their product managers was at a tire shop and suddenly realized he didn't know the tire size for his 2019 Honda minivan. Standing in line, he asked Gemini. Now, any chatbot could look up standard tire specifications for that vehicle model, but personal intelligence went several steps further. It analyzed family road trip photos stored in Google Photos, noticed they frequently traveled to Oklahoma, and understood they needed reliable, all-weather performance. Gemini then suggested two different tire options, one optimized for daily driving and another for diverse weather conditions, complete with ratings and price comparisons from multiple retailers. When the manager needed his license plate number, instead of losing his place in line to walk back to the parking lot, he simply asked Gemini. The AI instantly located a photo containing the license plate in his Google Photos library and pulled the 7-digit number. It even identified the van's specific trim level by cross-referencing purchase emails in Gmail. In under 2 minutes, he had every piece of information needed, sourced from his own personal data ecosystem. This is where personal intelligence becomes genuinely mind-blowing. It's not just retrieving information. It's reasoning across complex sources, connecting dots between seemingly unrelated pieces of data, and understanding context in ways that feel almost human. Imagine planning a spring break trip. You ask Gemini for suggestions. With personal intelligence enabled, it analyzes your family's interests from emails, reviews past vacation photos to understand what activities you enjoyed, checks your calendar for available dates, and even considers the ages of your children based on photos and school-related emails. Instead of generic tourist recommendations, it might suggest an overnight train journey because it knows your kids love trains from previous photos and recommends specific board games you could play during the ride based on games you've searched for or purchased online. It's personalization on a level we've never experienced before. The shopping experience becomes equally transformed. Need a new coat for an upcoming trip? Personal intelligence doesn't just show you coats. It identifies your preferred brands from past purchase confirmations in Gmail, analyzes your style from photos where you're wearing outerwear, checks your flight confirmation to see you're heading to Chicago in March, researches historical weather data for that location and time frame, and suggests windproof, versatile options that match both the weather conditions and your aesthetic preferences. It's like having a personal shopper with perfect memory and instant access to every relevant detail about your life. Google has also emphasized the privacy architecture behind personal intelligence. They claim it's built with security at the core. Connecting your apps is entirely optional and disabled by default. You manually choose which apps to connect, And you can disconnect them or delete your chat history at any time. According to Google, Gemini doesn't train its models directly on your Gmail inbox or Google Photos library. Instead, it trains on limited information like the specific prompts you give and the model's responses, with steps taken to filter or obfuscate personal data. In the tire shop example, this means Google systems don't learn that specific license plate number. They learn that when a user asks for a license plate, the AI should know to search Google Photos for images containing one. The personal data is referenced to deliver responses, but not used to fundamentally train the underlying model. Your photos and emails stay yours. At least, that's what Google wants you to believe. But let's be real here. There are legitimate concerns. This level of access is unprecedented. You're essentially giving an AI complete visibility into your most private digital spaces. Your intimate photos, confidential emails, financial records, health information, relationship details, everything. Google has implemented guardrails around sensitive topics. The AI is designed to avoid making proactive assumptions about health data, though it will discuss such information if you explicitly ask. But guardrails aren't foolproof. Internal testing has revealed issues with over-personalization, where the AI makes incorrect connections between unrelated topics. There are problems with timing and nuance, particularly around relationship changes like divorces. Imagine going through a breakup, and weeks later, Gemini keeps suggesting date night restaurants because it analyzed old emails and photos. Or picture this scenario. You attend dozens of your child's golf tournaments, taking hundreds of photos at golf courses. Personal intelligence might conclude you love golf and constantly suggest golf-related content, completely missing the emotional nuance that you're there for your child, not the sport. Google acknowledges these limitations openly. They admit the system hasn't eliminated mistakes and encourage users to provide feedback when responses feel inaccurate. You can correct Gemini in real time, telling it things like, "Remember, I prefer window seats," or "I don't like golf." The AI is supposed to learn from these corrections, but this raises another question. If it learns from corrections, isn't that another form of training on personal data? The lines get blurry quickly. There's also the question of data breaches. Google has a strong security track record, but no system is completely impenetrable. If personal intelligence gains mainstream adoption and a breach occurs, hackers wouldn't just access passwords or credit card numbers. They'd potentially access an AI's comprehensive understanding of millions of users' entire lives. The implications are staggering. Currently, personal intelligence is available exclusively to Google AI Pro and Ultra subscribers in the United States, with English language support only. Pro subscriptions start at $20 per month, while Ultra costs $30 monthly. The beta feature works across web browsers, Android devices, and iOS devices, and it's compatible with all models in Gemini's model picker. Google has confirmed plans to expand to more countries and eventually offer the feature to free tier users, though no specific timeline has been announced. It's also not available for Google Workspace business, enterprise, or education accounts yet, likely due to additional privacy and compliance considerations required for organizational data. The competitive landscape makes this launch even more significant. Just 1 week before Google announced personal intelligence, OpenAI introduced ChatGPT Health, a specialized agent for medical insights. The AI wars are intensifying, and personalization is the new battleground. Google has a massive advantage here. They already host your emails through Gmail, store your photos through Google Photos, track your searches through Google Search, and know your viewing habits through YouTube. They're not asking you to upload data to a new platform. They're offering to activate intelligence on data you've already entrusted to them for years. This is fundamentally different from competitors who need users to manually provide context with every interaction. The potential applications are limitless. Students could ask Gemini to analyze their email correspondence with professors, cross-reference it with lecture notes stored in Google Drive, and identify topics they should prioritize while studying for exams. Small business owners could have Gemini review customer emails, analyze sales patterns, and suggest inventory adjustments. Travelers could get itineraries that account for dietary restrictions mentioned in emails, preferred activities shown in photo histories, and budget constraints evident from past booking confirmations. Job seekers could have Gemini analyze their resume stored in Drive, compare it against job descriptions they've searched for, and suggest specific improvements. The use cases span every aspect of modern digital life. But here's the ultimate question. Do we want this? There's something profoundly unsettling about an AI that knows everything about you. Yes, it's convenient. Yes, it saves time. Yes, it provides personalized value that generic AI simply cannot match. But convenience always comes with a cost. We're voluntarily surrendering privacy for utility, and once that data is connected and analyzed, there's no putting the genie back in the bottle. Even if you disconnect the apps later, Google's models have already learned patterns from your interactions. The knowledge persists. Google is positioning personal intelligence as the future of AI assistants, and they're probably right. This is where the technology is headed. Microsoft is undoubtedly working on similar features for Copilot. Apple's next major Siri update will likely incorporate deep iOS ecosystem integration. Amazon will enhance Alexa with shopping history analysis. The question isn't whether personalized AI becomes mainstream. It's how we navigate the privacy implications when it does. Personal intelligence represents both the most exciting and most concerning development in consumer AI this year. It's powerful, it's impressive, and it's already changing how millions of people interact with technology. Whether that change is ultimately positive or dystopian remains to be seen. But one thing is certain, the age of AI that truly knows you has arrived, and there's no going back.